Hi. So today we're going to talk about Facebook Marketplace and cars for sale on Facebook Marketplace and the huge scam that's going on by. It looks like a number of sellers, but it's a very selected small party that are doing it. And it's the case if it's too good to be true, it likelihood is. So I'm basically going to go through what happens in this scenario, and it's not easy to get caught out. But if you're not too sure of how buying a car works and just think you're getting a really good deal, you need to be really careful on something like this. So yeah, just going to go through this side of it now. So here we are on Facebook Marketplace. And what I've done is I've searched for a 2017 Audi A5. Now, immediately, there are a couple of cars there that are just jumping out, going, why are these so much cheaper than anything else? And you're kind of thinking, that just doesn't look right. So you're looking at, based on what other people have got advertised here, about 18, 17, £16,000 for an Audi A5. And there's one here for £7,400, another one for £4,500, one there for 10,350. But you can see on the registration plate it says salvage, so that car's been in an accident or had an accident and needs repairing. So let's say we click this car here. Now immediately there are some things that kind of throw up red flags straight away. The mileage written in kilometres and not miles. In the UK, everything's measured in miles. Even if it's been brought in from somewhere else, imported, it would still show miles as a right-hand drive vehicle. Another thing is that the description is very to the point, but nothing in depth at all. If you were selling your car, you'd write all sorts about it, like service history, condition of the car, everything like that, and nothing like that's listed. Another flag is when you click into the seller. So you might look like a genuine person. I'm sure Ben is a real person, but what happens is normally these scammers will use someone's genuine profile pictures and then create a profile and then list multiple cars. So they look like a car dealer. You're thinking this person here, oh God, he's got loads of things for sale. He's got caravans, cars, 4x4s, and on these, they're just way too cheap. Tesla Model 3, for example, let's just pick that one out. 2019, that car should be at least, I don't know what the price of Model 3s are at the moment, but £10,000, too cheap. You're looking at 20, I reckon £25,000 at least. A 2024 Puma, £9,000, no way. This is just not going to be that sort of money. But yeah, look at all these level of cars. It's absolutely ridiculous. And a good way to tell if someone is a car dealer and a genuine car dealer is that the photos will have what most car dealers do, have a generic background. They'll use the same style of photo, the same similar photo at the front of it. So that one would then have a similar background because they'd have a car pitch or a car lot or a dealership where they'd have the photos taken. And these are just very, very random photos. So it's another easy way to kind of pick out something that draws red flag. So this particular car I inquired on a few days back. It was through a different seller, but I imagine the seller is exactly the same person. This is a scam that's run through, if not the same person, very similar people kind of working together maybe or doing something. I'm not sure the exact route of how they're doing it, but it's all done the same sort of way through the same sort of route, which I'll show you now. So anyway, I messaged the seller of this particular car. Not the car, because it won't be this person selling it, but the person advertising this car. So I sent them a message saying, on the Audi A5, hi, interested in this? Is it still available? When we able to view it? And immediately I got a message back, which is, it's another red flag. If it's a message like that, hi, still a bit available. If interested, do that one. Now, a message back straight away isn't that bad, but this one you can see is clearly an automated message. Please specify the name, year, price of vehicle to email faster. So, and then send, yeah, it's that one. Are you a car dealer then? They completely ignored that bit, saying it's interested, just email that. Again, I've already messaged what car it is. You kind of expect a better level of service if you were buying a car from a car dealer, but it's another red flag. Anyway, I thought I'd follow this through. Email through the email saying, hi, I messaged on Facebook, told to email you, which is the Audi A5. When able to view it, very interested. So I got a message back pretty much straight away. Cars for sale there, listing everything out. What they're trying to do there is avoid you asking any questions, further questions, and cover everything off that you may ask. So to minimise the process for them, because they just want your money. They just want that car to be sent across. The moment you send the money, you think, oh, okay, yeah, I've got a brilliant deal here. Fantastic. Other red flags, things that sirens or warning signs you need to be looking out for is The car's located at our warehouse there and ready to be transported. We acquired this vehicle from auction. This is why the lower price. Now, if they did acquire the car from auction and they're typically selling for £16,000-17,000, they'll be buying that car £14,000-15,000. For them to make a profit at buying that car, they're buying it at less than that price, which just doesn't make sense. To give you an idea of what that car's worth, if you want to get an idea of what cars should be worth up for sale at, give you a rough idea of what something is, We Buy Any Car is brilliant. And then entering those details there, so I can see what I did here, just to test Hotmail, put the registration in, everything in there, list there, so it does come back as the same car, get your valuation, £15,600. So why isn't that person selling this car not selling it themselves through to We Buy Any Car or to We Trade Any Car, which is the car dealer equivalent of We Buy Any Car, because they're £10,000 better off doing it elsewhere. So another red flag. If you're still interested at this point, still messaging, there are more things that the seller throws up to doing it. And then another thing they mentioned here in your message, since we're dealing with transportation, please note we don't schedule inspections pick up from our location. Right, that's another thing. It just doesn't make sense. They only deal with transportation, but they're selling the car. So you can't look at it, you can't collect it, but they'll sell it with a 5-day money back guarantee. You can guarantee that you will not see your money back or a car if you were to buy them any money at all. But I'm going to carry on playing the game just to see what happens. So thanks for your email. Confirm the registration number, a few questions, service history, previous owners, anywhere the car needs damaged, etc. My postcode is that postcode. Okay, if I can't view the car, send me a video walk around just so I know anything about that. How would you like payment? Then I get a message back, and this is definitely an automated message because they avoided all my questions. It's just a generic message. The vehicle's located at this location, along with documentation and a power of attorney. Again, pretty strange. But yes, so the transaction be done through our company, SDD Transport Limited. Now, typically what they'll do is they can use a fake company, or which you can create any company on Company's House pretty quickly and do it. With a matter of pounds, set up a limited company. It doesn't take a lot to do so. But what you'll also find is they'll use a genuine company's name. They're a transportation company. So when you search on Company's House or on Google, you'll find a genuine company. Now, if this company are genuine, I don't know. I'm guessing they are. They look like they are, and they are listed on Company's House. But points that flag that make me a little bit worried is the postcode there. They're listing TF3 2DT. They're listing 2F3 3BL, which is a completely different location for them, and under AVS construction. So it's another warning flag that just doesn't make sense to me because they're saying they're listed there. Anyway, we'll carry on. Deal includes delivery, includes everything in your address, everything delivered there, regular documentation, transportation fee, everything there, security measures. They're trying to make you feel at ease. Everything's covered, it's all worried, don't worry about it, it's protected by them, even though it's not the right address for them. Dispute resolution, legal. What they're trying to do is just make you feel at ease because they know you're going to send over a lot of money and never see it again. And they're going to try and throw another company under the bus to try and deal with it who have nothing to do with it at all. Or if they're not a genuine company, who knows. So anyway, I'm playing the game. Let's carry on. Yep, I want to reserve the car. I give them a fake number, fake details, just kind of see what the next stages would be. So they email back. Instructions were sent Monday from the company email. Thank you again for your services. So I'm just thinking, right, okay. Your email address is a random Gmail address and it's now coming through a company email and you're just a sales executive, but I'll do it that way. So anyway, I get an email on Monday from this one here. Dear Matthew Davis, attached there, please read, sign it, send it, copy back, and then also highlighting the 5-day money back guarantee. Again, trying to get you feel confident, thinking out there, and they've used a different email address, which is a really clever thing to do. Now, you can fake email addresses. You can have emails forwarded on from something on that side, and it just isn't there. And they can also pay by bank transfer and covered 120 days after the purchase. Now, if you send any money by bank transfer, you are not covered by purchase. Bank transfer is one of the riskiest ways to send money because there's no protection on it. You're going back to your bank and your bank are going to say, well, no, you sent it to that address thinking it was that. Credit card would be a lot safer. But they ain't going to accept credit card. They just want that money and they're going to go. So anyway, let's look at the contract anyway. Let's see what I've sent. And again, there's some things here that you just immediately flag up again. So that phone number, yeah, it works for that company, but it's just not going to be the right one, is it? And then things like this, you can just see where they've copied and pasted. It just doesn't look right. They've kind of, the wording of that, it just doesn't look, there's kind of a gap in there. Things just look very, very dodgy. It looks very, I don't know, like import-export side of it. If you're going to, right, these things are coming with a car, winter tyres and summer tyres with rims. It's like, well, why would you not list that in the description? That's a huge thing, like having 2 sets of tyres and then rims, and then along with those other bits there, and then you got money back guarantee included, trying to do these things, and then total price to be acceptable paid in British pounds. Again, it's not something that should be mentioned. Again, I gave them an address to put down. That 24, that means fake road, fake scam. So it's not actually a real address, which they haven't looked at. They didn't look at it. Again, these things here, it just doesn't look right. Like there's a gap here. Now, if you're a car dealer, person that's dealing with transport, you'd have the invoices in one set format, and it would be very, very clean and crisp. And here they're listing down Visa, MasterCard, American Express, but you can't pay by that. They want it by bank transfer. They're just listing these things to try and make you feel more at ease. It's just absolute waffle on here that's going to cover you no bit whatsoever. And a fake stamp, and that stamp doesn't look right, does it? It looks very foreign. Doesn't look the correct sort of thing that someone selling a car in the UK would be sending something like that. In this side, international transactions. Just like, I'm just buying an Audi A5. So anyway, I got this email here, and then I sent them back an email. The person, Simon Kroll, the sales manager, just to kind of see how far I could get to do it on this side. Thank you for sending it on. Confirm your bank details so I can make payment. I have a few questions if you answer these. Send me a video walk around the car. Desperate for this video of the car. If you've got it on site, I'm sure they can do a video. I can't find them on Company's House. You trade under a different name. Tried calling the number earlier. I haven't tried calling them. Do you have a different number? Now, I sent that 2 days ago and I haven't had a response. Nothing at all back. Which is, again, makes them think, this guy's, even they're not going to message me back because I'm kind of onto them already, knowing that side. But yeah, it just gives you an idea of how that scam works. It's not a genuine one. They just want you to send the money and then you'll never hear from them again. And then I did another one here for a Jaguar E-Pace. Message another person, same sort of thing. Email address here of Jessica Transport at Transport Auto 1. And again, it's the same spiel of our asking price is this, £4,200 for a 2018 Jaguar E-Pace. It's just not going to happen. And again, mainly dealing with transportation. Please note, do not do inspections, pickups, 5-day money back guarantee. Exactly the same format as the other person there, which makes me think it is the same sort of person or people or the scam that's going on, because they're just wanting to make something look far too cheap than what it is. So yeah, it just gives you an idea of how that scam works in there. And yeah, just don't be caught out by it. If something's too good to be true, it most likely is. And then you always on cars, unless you're buying from a reputable seller, someone that you know of in the industry, in the car industry, do not be sending money to people you've never seen a car. It's just so risky. They can mention all about money back guarantees, anything like that. But yeah, just be very, very careful. And always buy from someone that's reputable or trusted. And if you're not sure about buying a car from someone privately or something like that, bring along a friend or someone that knows, that deals with that side of it as well, just to give you that extra bit of protection, because it's catching out a lot of people. And Facebook Marketplace is absolutely rife with it at the moment. So yeah, just give you an idea of how that scam works.